Welcome back to Stooge Stream for another episode. I am your host, the Stooge. This is the Impact recap for the 7th of December 2016. And as always, I'm joined by the one and only Brother Nero to my broken Matt Hardy, Gbanks.
What's happening, YouTubers?
So we had a good episode of Impact that left us, with a lot of hype for Total Non Stop Deletion, which is going to be an awesome episode next week.
Oh, can't wait for that one.
It's going to be amazing. But before that, we have to get through this. So let's get to the breakdown. It opens up with Moose coming to the ring, saying that he's going to be a fighting champion for the Grand Championship title.
Moose!
That Moose.
Yeah.
Dru Galloway comes out and interrupts him.
Yeah,
so it's
Drew's back. Oh,
Drew's
I'm
TNA
back.
return.
I'm back, guys.
But he did it better than that.
Yeah. Sorry, Drew. Sorry, every Scottish person listening.
So he says that the whole Grand Championship, it was for him.
Yeah.
So anything that's happened up to now is irrelevant. Moose not too happy with that.
Yeah.
But before he can do anything, Aaron Rex interrupts and wants his rematch now and executes his rematch clause immediately.
And I figured that was going to happen.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I saw it coming. So we've got Aaron Rex versus Moose for the Grand Championship rematch from last week. Very quick breakdown. Aaron Rex wins round one, completely dominates in that round. So
he gets that, he's got, something underneath the tape. And does that big
knockout punch to start with.
Yeah, to start with. And then, practically all over Moose pretty much after that.
But somehow Moose managed to get 9s to Aaron Rex's 10s.
Yeah, of course. So the judging system's on point.
Yeah, it was perfect. Perfect judges. Round 2 was more of the same. Aaron Rex just dominating Moose.
Just, cheating, blah, blah, whatever he has to do to get his way around Moose.
So got to the end of round 2 and Aaron Rex got his 9s, and Moose, who got completely dominated and no offense, got his 10s, and Moose, who got completely dominated and no offense, got his 9s.
Yeah, because that's how you get 9s in the
Grand Sports.
Grand Championship. Just don't do anything.
So it comes to round 3. Moose wins by pinfall after that just gigantic lariat that he does.
I love that lariat. It's so freaking brutal.
It's amazing. 30 seconds into round 3.
Yeah.
Match over.
So it's
Moose
like they
the
did the reverse of last week.
Yeah.
Where, last week Moose finished him in 30, 50 seconds, whatever. And then, this week it's like, Aaron Rex has got him for the first 2 rounds. He might have the chance.
No, one move. That's all.
One move, that one move, that all he needs, done.
Now, before we get to the next segment...
It changes, before we continue, it changes the concept of this title now. Because, before it was about, the wrestling.
Yeah.
People going in there, showing what they've got, going the 3 rounds, whatever. Then you have powerhouses like Mooses that comes out and literally knocks cunts out in one hit.
So how they're going to stand up to it. I kind of like that dynamic, though. It's going to be a bit more interesting. And then something that, I know Dru Galloway's a big guy, but Moose is very intimidating physically and in stature. But then when you had them face to face, they're about the same height. They're about the same size. I was like, oh, holy crap, Dru Galloway's actually massive.
Yeah, he's huge. What is he, 7 foot?
No, he'd be I think around the 6'5", 6'6", somewhere around there. They're tall dudes.
Yeah.
Look, them two hitting the ring in a Grand Championship match, I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah, same.
I'd be more interested if it was just if you change a Grand Championship rule slightly. So here's the idea I had, right? Rather than these 3 rounds with the scorecards that mean nothing, how about this? How about we have a 20-minute match, 20-minute time limit, have to win by pinfall or submission. The rules are heavily enforced. So if you, choke someone out for 5 seconds, you're disqualified.
Okay, so legit rules.
Yeah, they actually enforce no slacking back. You have
the ref actually has to go in there and pull them apart if they,
You have that new ref that doesn't take anyone's shit.
Oh yeah, the reverse Earl Hebner.
Yeah, the reverse Earl Hebner, the reverse Brian Hebner, the no shenanigans ref.
Yeah.
20-minute time limit. Have to win by pin or submission. If you don't win, person keeps the title.
I like that. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. That would be actually really good. And it sort of keeps the concept of, grand champion.
But not only that, that means they've got 20-minute matches. So, yeah, some of them might go for 10 minutes. Some of them might go for 5 minutes, whatever. But it means that you've got a 20-minute time limit there. So we know that that's the maximum.
And
this match can go.
and they can work with between that 20 minutes.
You can work between that 20 minutes. If you get two technical superstars, you give them the 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Let them
easy.
put on a spectacle.
And you can put that match anywhere. Like you can put it at the start of the show, you can put it in, in the middle, whatever. Even at the end.
main event.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that they might want to tweak the Grand Championship a little bit, maybe change
Get rid of the score system.
get rid of the 3 rounds because it breaks it up a little bit.
Exactly, and maybe do that.
Yeah, it's something a little bit different, but I still want a different title. Don't get me wrong.
Like,
I don't want the Grand Championship to go away.
As I said it before, we like the idea of the Grand Championship. It's just not executed right.
Yeah, it needs to be tweaked.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to the next segment, there was a note that I had here that we just need to address because it was very clear throughout the course of the show. The Pope was stoned.
He was on that super chill shit, daddy.
Yeah, there was no somebody hit a massive cutter at one point and Pope was just like, nothing. Yeah. Normally somebody hits the worst cutter.
Like Josh waits for him to say cutter. That's why he's like, oh, okay, this is Pope's line.
Nothing.
So
usually somebody hits the worst cutter in the world and Pope loses his mind for, Josh, baby, did you see that? It's a cutter, baby, it's a cutter.
It's a cutter, daddy.
Loses his mind.
Cutter.
Yeah. I like this Pope though. I thought this was really cool. He's just chilled and it's like...
I want to see super high Pope.
I know
that
you
doesn't
like
talk
super
shit.
Crazy Pope, but I like the he was just laid back and he was like, that was cool, daddy.
Even Josh actually hit him up about it too. Like, you're actually very calm today. Or always says something between those lines or something.
And then he threw in one oh, there's a shot of caffeine, baby, 2 seconds later when Eddie Edwards hit that. And then back to, that was very cool, bro.
Nice move.
It was great. I loved it. Speaking of Eddie Edwards, see?
Yeah.
Segue, tie-in. This is how you do it in the pros.
You don't have to tell people that.
Crap. So Eddie Edwards cut his backstage promo about his match coming up with EC3 in the main event for the TNA World Championship.
Yeah.
This was a great promo. Later on he does a great promo. Eddie Edwards live
it's trash.
Is not he's getting better.
That's a bit harsh.
That's a bit harsh. Yeah. He's getting better. The recorded promos he does are fantastic.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really, when he's got a producer there going, do this, do that, they're excellent. The live stuff they shoot with him is a little bit rough, but he is getting better.
Yeah. There was one thing, it's weird, it's like he works better with some wrestlers than he does with others. Remember that time he had that little match with Cody Rhodes?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Great.
Yeah, he's cutting promos on left, right, and center live. Fantastic. Beautiful. It was Cody was inspiring him to push it to his limit so he can actually cut a decent promo.
I think you're onto something there. Cody inspires him, where I think EC3 intimidates him.
Yeah, maybe. Could be
it. Anyway, after that we had...
Even Bobby Lashley did the same thing to him. Yeah, but intimidating him. That's why you saw scared Eddie Edwards. It was like, I'm the champion. It's like, prove it. But he did, so it's like, okay, fair enough.
Well, after that, we had Dru Galloway in a car park promo, and this is the complete opposite of that. Him doing the Dru, I'm sick of being looked after, but I'm not going to lose my mind because I'm the captain. I'm still a leader here.
I'm carrying this company on my back.
Yeah. It was a really good promo. It made you go I'm glad he's back.
Yeah. I wish the crowd were a bit more hyped about it. They were just like, oh, cool. This guy's back.
The crowd was horrible. The crowd was so...
Step up your game, TNA fans.
No, it's not the TNA fans. It's because they're at Universal Studios. You need to start touring again. Because when you were touring, you had fantastic crowds. The UK tour is done because they've lost that contract. No. So we're not getting that anymore. Next up, second match of the card. This was actually a surprise match. And when I saw it, I was like, this is going to be great. So we had Mandrews versus Aidan O'Shea, the real GM.
Yeah, the boss.
Who's clearly killed in TNA storyline, killed Billy and stuffed him in that closet.
Yeah, and stole his fashion sense.
He does dress like an idiot.
It's so bad. What are you doing, Aidan O'Shea?
So I kind of like Aidan O'Shea though, so I'm glad to see him back in the ring.
I like him too. His character's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
He plays his character very well.
He does the Kevin Owens, or Kevin Steen, depending on what era you prefer, where he just constantly talks. So, he's slapping a guy around going, the boss didn't like that!
Yeah. So someone will try to let Irish whip him and he'll be like, You're stupid.
Yeah, bang.
Yeah, bang.
Constantly talking. I like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and he knows how to draw heat. It was good. So Mandrews, though, they're building him.
Yeah.
So we'll skip to the end, and Mandrews won with an amazing shooting star. His shooting star press is so good.
It's like perfection, really.
Yeah.
Like the way he flips, it's like go back and watch it, literally. Like or actually watch Mandrews do a shooting star press.
It's amazing.
It's like he doesn't miss a beat. It's like whoop, flips, lands on the person perfectly without hurting himself or hurting the other wrestler, and then it's like flawless.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch. It's poetry in motion. And gets the pin. But throughout the course of the match, you had Aidan O'Shea really bullying him and beating him down and stuff.
And like, you know, it was one of those matches where it's like size difference matters a lot too.
The David and Goliath.
Yeah, David and Goliath sort of battle. Like, and that's what Aidan O'Shea kind of is too. That's what he is in TNA. He's that kind of like he's the Goliath.
He's the bruiser.
He's the bruiser. He's the one that
he doesn't wrestle so much as punches the shit out of you.
Yeah, he's more of a bully, like you said. You're right. He just slaps you around, talks down on you, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like shit, pretty much.
Yeah, he's that guy in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
Like, but this was great. I like the story that they told. Mandrews still came out as a heel.
Yeah.
He didn't come out as a face.
No.
Like, this was heel versus heel. And Mandrews still came out as a heel, but looked so good in the process. Getting beaten down by this huge monster, keeps getting up, and then delivers, as we said, that amazing shooting star press. Next up, this was my most wanted match of the night. And yeah, I know we had EC3 versus Eddie Edwards in the main event for the TNA title. We all know that's going to be a good match. But this is the match I wanted to see the most out of everything. And it was Al Snow with Mahahbali Shera versus
It's right,
the
you can call him
Tribunal.
Mahahbali again for this.
It was great. Now, not only was this a gimmick match, this was a double gimmick match.
Yeah, TNA
Went all
world
out.
first here.
All out. So it was a tag team bull rope match.
Yeah.
And a 6 corners match. Now, if you don't know, WWE haven't pulled out a 4 corners match in a long, long time.
I actually didn't know what it was till I actually watched it.
I'm going to get you to watch a couple of classic ones. There's some great ones back in the day. So a 4 corners match is where you have to beat your opponent down enough that you can go and hit the pads on all 4 corners. In TNA's case, there's 6 corners, right? If he interrupts you during that, that's it. You got to start again.
Okay.
All right. So it's Al Snow and Mahahbali Shera versus the Tribunal in a tag team bull rope, which means they're tied to each other.
So they can interrupt anytime.
Yeah. 6 corners match. This was like on paper going to be the biggest mess ever.
You hear Al Snow and bull rope.
Bull rope and 6 corners match.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
gonna be a bad time.
This is going to be a horrible mess. But no, we give Al shit. But
Yeah.
Al is amazing. The Tribunal, a great talent as well. And Mahahbali Shera has come so far in such a little amount of time.
He has.
This was really good. Them whipping each other with the leather straps. The Tribunal getting the first one member all the way across to the 6.
Well,
the
there
next
was
member gets to the 5 and then gets interrupted.
That's what I was about to say. They were very close to winning. Like they had them all over.
And then Shera pulls a rope in between his legs and nuts him. Amazing move. This was a feel-good match.
Yeah, it was.
It really was. And in the end,
You wanted to see Al and Shera win. Yeah.
And when they're doing going the 6 corners opposite ways around the ring, you're like, yes,
Boys, go. Keep whipping him.
It was great. So yeah, Al Snow, Mahahbali Shera, of course, won the match because they needed to. We needed to blow off this feud, and we needed a face win as well. But in the course of the match, they took a brutal beating from the Tribunal.
Yeah.
They were covered in welts, but then so was the Tribunal by the end as well. There was some great.
There was some blood drawn.
Yeah, there was a little bit of blood. This was fun. This was classic. This is wrestling. This isn't wrestling. This is wrestling
at its finest.
Yeah, this is an old school Southern wrestling match.
I didn't mind it. I actually enjoyed it too. Yeah, it was one of those keep you, What would you say is a good word to keep you?
It kept you on the corner of the edge of your seat, dude. You're like, what's going? Come on out, come on
Yeah,
out.
more like that.
Go, Mahahbali Hogan.
Yes, no, sell that bull rope thing. Good job, well done.
Oh, it was great, dude.
Yeah.
It was great. So much fun. This was literally the funnest match on the card.
Easy.
This was close to match of the night for me. Very close. And it's definitely the funnest match and the one that I was most excited for. So, yeah, good job. Al, you're awesome. Even at this age, like even all salty bearded, Stanley grade, you're still awesome.
He still
dude.
got it. And his body's not giving in either,
No.
so good on you, Sal.
Dude, he was carrying the match.
Literally.
It's ridiculous.
Literally with a rope.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so we had the next segment, which was just awesome as well, and it was a broken Matt Hardy. It has sleep, having a premonition, and I
I
even
thought he was having a
wrote
seizure.
it like that. Like, see how I wrote it?
Yeah.
Premonition.
Premonition. Yeah, fair enough.
About the Apocalypto, the Total Non Stop Deletion.
Okay.
Apocalypto.
Guys, let me just tell you, he didn't say a word in this promo.
Yeah, it's just him going and sucking in smoke stuff. and
Yeah. But you knew what was happening.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I didn't nearly walk out of the room, admittedly.
At the end, the only thing he sort of said was Apocalypto.
Yeah, that's it.
Correct.
I feel so sorry for Rebby.
Oh, yeah.
Sleeping next to him, you have to hear that every night. Like, really?
So next we had the EC3 backstage promo. These are always fantastic. You give EC3 a microphone and whatever amount of time and he'll fill it with magic.
I can just sit there with a big bowl of popcorn and watch
Yeah.
that man speak for ages. It could be about anything. He can sit there and cut a promo about me and I'll be like, thank you.
If they had a strike and the only person that rocked up that day was EC3
yeah.
and all they had was one camera and a microphone, you've got an episode of Impact.
Yeah, easy.
Like, done. Now, of course, Eli Drake silently interrupts the promo
Silently, I like how you said that.
with EC3 baiting him to talk.
Yeah.
And it's just not happening. He's
Like he goes up to him and gestures like, puts his two hands around his neck and
Yeah.
goes like, you're going to choke tonight,
Yeah.
And then he goes, me? Choke? That's funny, Eli. Choke's what got you here, buddy.
rear naked choke.
yeah. And it is like, just say the words. Say the words. And then he puts the mic to his chest and Eli Drake's just breathing very heavily
Yeah, just
and
staring at
shaking
him,
and staring at him.
He sold the anger so well.
Yeah.
Like, this is slowly turning Eli face.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
it's great. I like it. So that led to Broken Matt Hardy, Brother Nero, Rebby, and King Maxwell coming to the ring. We find out a bit more about the Total Non-Stop Deletion Apocalypto that's happening next week from the Hardy compound. One of the most shocking moments in wrestling history. Dude, I kid no, this is the most shocking revelation in the history of wrestling. Kenny Maxwell will be making his in-ring debut at Total Non-Stop Deletion. We actually had to pause the promo because Banks was laughing for like 8 or 9 minutes straight.
When you go out to the world and tell them that you're 3-year-old or whatever, how old your son is,
Dude, I don't even know if he's 3.
is having his debut match next week at a tag team Apocalypto. Like, that is literally the greatest thing I've seen in wrestling my whole entire life. Thank you, Matt Hardy, for that.
If King Maxwell doesn't frog splash someone through a table,
Yeah.
I will be so disappointed.
If King Maxwell doesn't do a twist of fate or
Yeah.
something like that, at least, then I won't be pleased.
The greatest thing ever is after he announced it, he started doing the delete,
Yeah.
and then King Maxwell's doing the delete.
He starts doing the delete and he's full clapping along. Yeah, and he's like,
loves it.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck, man? This is
a crazy motherfucker, dude. He's putting his 3-year-old in the ring. This is awesome.
no, like I don't know who's more crazier, Maxwell or Matt Hardy.
Oh, Rebby, but like, this is a great idea.
thank
Going
you.
along with it.
Yes, my husband is the true master here.
Yeah,
Yes,
my
he's the
husband's
mastermind.
he's gonna get our son killed. This
Yeah,
is great.
yeah. My only child. I loved it. That was so
Oh,
awesome.
dude, it was amazing. So after that shocking announcement, Shane Helms comes down and
I'm
says,
calling it best to fucking hallway slam the Maxwell and get him for the free.
yes! Black hole slam the shit
Yeah,
out
black
of
hole
him.
slam, sorry.
So Shane Helms comes out and says he's going to be at the tag team Apocalypto.
Bringing his boys.
And Matt Hardy pulled out some brilliant lines. He's like, I didn't know three men banded back together. And he's like, it's not what I'm talking about, man. He's like, oh, will you be bringing one of your larger superhero friends with you? I'm not playing this game with you. Yeah. So Andrew Everett, Job, and Trevor Lee will be at the tag team Apocalypto representing the Shane Dynasty.
Yep.
And as he's cutting the promo, Decay come out, so Shane Helms quickly runs to the ring because he's like, I'm not standing out here with these crazy bastards.
He sold that actually pretty well.
Yeah,
that was funny.
That was great.
He just turns around like, oh no.
Go, runs to the ring.
Runs to the ring. It was funny.
So he's in the ring with the Hardys. Decay cuts a promo of like, we're going to be there and we're going to get you back for what you did to us.
Exactly.
And the Hardy...
And you expected that, obviously.
Yeah. And Matt Hardy laughs at them and goes, you will be deleted! And everyone starts doing the delete.
You're obsolete.
And Shane Helms gets in the ropes in front of the Hardys and he's even doing it. He's like, delete! And then turns around to Matt, giving him a massive twist of fate.
Yeah. So good.
This was a great promo.
Yeah. This was my moment of the night.
Dude, when you go back and actually look at this promo, nothing fucking happened.
No, something did happen. Matt Hardy offered his son to the 7 deities.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, that went for a really long time for really little content, right? Like, you could have done all of that in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But man, if they had another half an hour, I still would have loved it. Yeah. The Hardys are just so... What the hell happened to Matt Hardy? Matt Hardy 5 years ago? And like, dude, I've loved you forever. I've been a Hardy fan since the Attitude, since you launched in WWE. I have loved the Hardys. I loved version 1. I still get that music stuck in my head. Oh, yeah! Love version 1. But 5 years ago, when you were doing like the cold-blooded thing in TNA and it's pretty bad, dude. Like, it wasn't good. Something wasn't quite working. And even the beginning of this year, something wasn't quite working. You being the face just wasn't quite working. I don't know why. Like, because we love you and we want you to be the face. But you turning broken is the best thing that's happened to wrestling in a long forever. Time. You are a genius, and we thank you for the effort that you're putting in. You don't have to. You work for fucking TNA, dude. You don't have to put in this much effort. Like, let's be honest. Let's call a spade, man. You're not getting paid the big bucks. Like, you don't have to go to this much effort.
I kind of feel sorry for Matt Hardy because he's putting in all this effort and stuff, but it's like, as sad as this sounds, it's all for TNA, if you know what I mean. It's like...
But we love TNA, but you're not getting paid what you should be for
exactly.
Taking that into account, on the flip side, if he was somewhere else and they were paying him a lot more money, he wouldn't have the freedom to do shit like this.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. We probably would have never seen this if he was at WWE.
He'd just be Matt Hardy, twist of fate and everyone,
exactly,
jumping off tables and stuff.
Yeah. Be the shadow to his brother, like what they do. Yeah.
So this is, and I love the fact that Jeff, for the first time in 20 plus years, Jeff Hardy is now the secondary Hardy.
Yeah.
Jeff was
He's the obsolete Hardy.
Yeah, he is, dude. He's like, it doesn't matter if you're there or not. Because we're not even looking at you, dude. We're listening to Matt. We're looking at Matt. Like,
we still love you, Jeff Hardy, and we want you to be there all the time.
Yeah, but it's just weird that, years ago it was the other way around. It's like, it didn't matter if Matt was there. Like, who cares? Jeff's there. That's what, the people wanted. Yeah. Now it's like, dude, you can go away. We don't care. Like,
we've done your time.
Yeah, we want him. Yeah. Like, it's great. I loved it. We had a recorded DCC promo after that saying that they'll also be a total non-stop deletion. Yeah. So... that's going to be cool. We saw some flicks of what was happening. There was explosions.
Teaser.
There was Janice. There was a shovel. There was Graves. There was all sorts of weird shit happening, and I can't wait. So next up we had Lural Van Ness with Maria versus Allie. So they come to the ring, and Lural Van Ness is, doing her disapproving thing, which gave you a half chub.
Easy half chub.
And Allie is doing her Allie thing, which is gave me a half chub.
And put my half chub down.
Yeah. I don't know, I love it. You love the disapproving. I like the cute. It's hilarious. So Maria cuts a promo of like, why are you here? You're not even a wrestler. And she's like, actually, I am. I've been getting trained by Braxton. Which is cute because they're a couple in real life and stuff. And so Braxton comes out in her corner, which totally changes the dynamic. they have a match. Miracle comes out at one point and gets Braxton out of there because it's, he's coaching Allie while she's doing stuff. But the match itself was actually really good.
Yeah, it was actually awesome. This is the first we got to see of Allie, and she's
Actually wrestle.
Yeah, actually wrestle, and she's amazing.
She is like, and I kept saying throughout the match, I think I probably said it 3 times, like, do you know how hard it is to pretend not to be able to do something that you've spent your whole life training to do?
Yeah, I know, right?
And in this, you could see flashes of when she was doing moves and stuff, just how tight and how skilled she is, because she couldn't help it.
And then she had to go back, oh wait, no, I'm playing an act, I have to be dumb again.
And then pretend she's like,
But she was pulling off moves very well. She was
so
executing
tight,
them, yeah.
so crisp.
Yeah, exactly right. Like there was one scoop slam she did that literally the torque on it was that good. I was like, holy shit. I was like, wait, I'm expecting Pope to go mental.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's stoned.
Yeah, he's stoned tonight.
Yeah, he's asleep.
Yeah, it was a really, really good match, and I particularly liked the finish. Her finish is a reverse DDT, which looks vicious. But as she's got it locked in, she stops and looks around, and everyone's cheering, Allie, Allie, and she's like, I'm Allie, and then slams a reverse
Yeah, I had to
DDT.
question that. I was like, did she say I'm Allie?
Yeah, because the crowd's shouting out, and she's like, it's that moment of like, that's me!
Yeah.
Like, that was very cute. So she wins the match, which Maria, of course, was very unhappy about. Maria did some great little bits in this. If you watch her in the background running around, acting, doing the whole heel manager part, like she does that really well. Yeah, she does that so well.
She is literally the female version of Paul Heyman. I've come to realize that.
She is now, yeah.
Yeah, she like puts over so many people, and the people she brings in with her, she can put them over too.
She does a great job of like actually putting people. This is why it's such a shame that she's leaving wrestling next year to pursue her masters. But that's great.
Yeah,
good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Like,
at the end of the day, you got to do you.
Yeah. And Allie and Braxton share a little like peck backstage, and it was cute. So moving on.
I still think that's kind of lame, but yeah, they should own.
So moving on, we had the match that we were all here for, and other than the ending, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
So the end, let's just chop that off. The rest of the match, this was match of the night.
Yeah, I was about to say that. This was match of the night, scrap ending.
Yeah. So it's EC3 versus Eddie Edwards for the TNA World Title. The actual match itself was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. It was so tight. The guys put on a great show. There was, great spots in the match. And it wasn't big spots, too. It was
just great wrestling
spots. Yeah, it
spots.
was great wrestling spots. And, this is the type of wrestling I've told you guys many times I don't really like. But this was enjoyable to watch.
Great.
Because it was like, these guys know what they're doing, and they're doing it so good. It's like, you don't have to worry about the spots and whatever, blah, 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 that comes with.
I think they knew the ending that was coming. They're like, we better make this shit fun.
Yeah.
People are going to fucking riot.
Yeah.
So it was good. Now, I get the ending from the point of view of business, because you don't want anyone to look bad or weak. But from the point of view of fan service, this was a complete fucking shambles. So EC3 gets a rear naked choke, which Eddie Edwards pushes him onto his back. So his shoulders are pinned.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, the ref's counting 3. As he counts 3, Eddie Edwards starts tapping.
Yeah.
So they both, pinned or submitted at the same time, right? But the camera angles it was shot on was shit, so you couldn't see that.
Exactly. It looked like Eddie Edwards tapped out.
See, I saw it the other way, dude. I didn't even see Eddie Edwards tap.
Oh, okay.
It looked to me like he had EC3 for the pin. And then after the ref counted 3, it looked like he started tapping.
Well, see, that's what I thought, Eddie Edwards tapped, and EC3 had won, but then I got confused when he was sitting there counting. I was like, what's going on?
Two people sitting less than like a foot away from each other saw it differently. It was shot so badly. Really was. Like, this is why, and I don't normally like the overhead crane, but that would be a point where you'd want to use an overhead crane shot so you can see exactly what's happening.
Well, they did at the end, but it was like...
It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. We know what's happening.
Or the camera should have been on the other side of the ring where EC3's head was and Eddie Edwards' head and shoulders were, so you could see exactly what was happening through the... But it was confusing, it was annoying. They had to get JB to go up there.
They could have just sorted that out with one simple thing, right?
What?
Someone interfering.
Yeah, that would have been better. That would have honestly been better.
Yeah, and it would have made sense.
Eli Drake interfering.
Exactly. Done.
And sold.
Done. It
Yeah.
didn't even have to, he wouldn't even
Ding,
have to
ding,
say
ding,
words.
ding,
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
match disqualified.
Match thrown away. And no one looks bad either, because, you know,
Yeah.
could have gone either way, sort of thing.
So, but that's what's happened in this. It's ruled a no contest because both of them had either tapped out or got pinned at the exact same moment. So it kind of ended on a downer. But the actual match itself, if we could like just take that end off and just not even see the last couple of minutes, tell us it ran over. Right, and next week, like what happened after the show ended was a double count out. Right. Cool. We didn't see it. It wouldn't have disappointed us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would have been like,
what
the fuck's
we
happening?
don't see won't make us upset.
And have Josh like yelling in the microphone for the last like 2 minutes of the show, going, "We're running out of time. We're running out of time. I don't know if we're going to get to see the end of this. What's going on? What's going on?"
And then,
Like freaking out,
yeah.
and then it cuts out.
That would have been more believable.
Yeah. It would have been all like, these two guys just won't give up. What's happening?
Yeah.
And you have them like, you know, again, you just say it was a double count out. So whatever the audience saw there, they saw there, it doesn't matter. And then you tell us it was a double count out. They
Yeah.
both knocked each other out.
Simple.
Done. All in all, though, this episode was really good, I think, personally, in hyping up Total Non Stop Deletion. I am so super excited for that. And I've seen nothing. The video packages were tiny.
Yeah, no, literally, they were teasers.
Yeah.
They were literally spot teasers like you see in movies and stuff.
You made out Lashley in one
Yeah.
flash. I made out Eddie Edwards in one flash.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
saw Abyss and a train.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Abyss getting hit by a train?
Yeah, I saw glimpses of Vanguard 1 too, so yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a shovel getting swung in
Yeah.
one, and Matt Hardy holding Janice going, ah.
I'm not too sure. But we'll
I
see.
don't know. There was an explosion, and then all of these
There
people
was
fell
there
off
was
the hill.
so much explosions.
Dude, it looked like a volcano. And they're all standing on the side of a hill, and it explodes, and they all go flying off.
Oh god.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be epic. I can't wait.
Yeah. So until then, though,
Before we go,
why do I even bother? I should know by now. I should know. All right, what is it?
I just want to say I can't wait for the New Day to show up at Tag Team Apocalypto.
I'm not even going to comment. The New Day are on contract with WWE.
What? It's a Tag Team
WWE
Apocalypto.
pretends TNA doesn't exist. Dude, if you go listen to what WWE says about AJ Styles, he's wrestled all over the world for the past 10 years, and they only tell you about his 1 year in New Japan.
Yeah, okay.
TNA doesn't exist. Like, it doesn't exist. New Day will not be there.
Aww.
And there's another reason for that. Matt Hardy offered W, like, you give us a New Day and you can have us for a match. Their contract comes up in fucking February.
Oh, okay.
Like, what do they need to... We'll just wait. And we'll offer you a fuck ton more money.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh well.
So until next time, thank you so much for listening. If we missed anything or you've got any suggestions or comments, make sure you comment below, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, adventure, excitement, Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.
Good night, good afternoon, good evening.
Peace.